What do you say to those who say, okay, Christ was perhaps, and this is maybe an argument for the gospel, but Christ was perhaps in a different dimension. Christ was like us, only he was in the fifth or sixth dimension, and we can't understand what that was. That's how he could walk on water. That's how he could walk through walls. Anybody who eventually ends up in this parallel universe will be able to do all of those things. Have you heard that argument?
I've heard even worse. What we're dealing with is the usage of terms that nobody can define.
Right.
It's like the word nature.
Mm-hmm.
See, the person says, I believe in natural law. Well, the first thing I ask, is there any agreed upon definition of the word nature?
Yeah, what is it? And when did it start?
Well, it goes back to the Stoics, and by the word nature, they meant trees and birds and bees and rocks. But as you went through the history, they discovered if you put your ear up to a tree and said, what is the meaning of life?
Nothing. Right.
They pick up a rock. Why am I here? So the next step in Greek philosophy, when you get to the pre-Socratic, they move from the material universe
Right.
to something that lay beyond it, in Greek, the apiron.
Mm-hmm.
And they divided it between mind and matter.
Right.
The invisible thing, whatever it is that lies behind what we see. And they said earth, air, fire, water. One would say all is earth, all is fire, all is water, etc. And they would say, so you see a tree, but the tree doesn't really exist. It's just fire.
You know, it's a representation.
Yeah,
somehow,
it's an illusion. It's a hologram, etc. But that didn't work. And finally, they kept pushing it back to they ended up, as we come to modern Western European thinking, the word nature's only in the mind.
As is
So
everything
Kant
else,
said
really. But
the human mind is receiving 1,000,000 stimuli. In his epistemology, he started with what he called the fact that there were millions of and right now, there are millions of sounds. I hear a Coke machine. You can, but see, our brain is able to shut off all of the different sounds and to selectively only pay attention to one sound, colors. So Kant said, what we have coming at us is a blizzard, a total blizzard. We know nothing about reality, nothing. So there are 14 categories of the mind, and we project onto what's called the ding a sich. The sensibilia comes in through there, and then we project onto this blizzard of stuff number, order, color, texture, 14 things. And he said, he's got a beginning. He said, oh, no, this is obvious. He said, for example, see that chair? As we move back, the chair becomes smaller.
amazing.
As we get closer, now, he said, how do you know the chair's not becoming smaller? Because of the guy sitting in it. Your mind is making the chair smaller and bigger according to the perception of your eye. Well, then, could it have created the chair to begin with? So he ends up, everything is in the mind.
It's illogical conclusion.
Now, then the next step, if it's not in the world of ideas with Plato, it's not in there, like with Aristotle, it's not a correspondence thing, but it's only in the mind. The existentialists, Paul Sartre, Flaubert, Camus, said, it's nowhere.
It is nothing.
There's nothing. Nothing. Why should I believe your projections any more than mine? So you like it, you feel it, you do it, fine. It means nothing because all is nausea, all is meaningless, all is despair. And you end up with no exit. No exit.
David went through that in the Psalms as
and
well.
You see, Where we've come to the end in Western culture, we've come to the end of the road. I like to picture it this way. I remember one time taking my family to visit my mother-in-law for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And we headed out Christmas Eve, and I hadn't realized all the restaurants are closed.
Of course. Except the Chinese restaurants. They're open.
Oh, yes. Wah, 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 wah. We know the movie. Well, we went, and I saw place after place. It was closed. It was closed. It was closed.
Right.
It was him. I said, we've got to eat. Till we finally found one place open.
Right.
A truck stop. And we all went and ate ravenously. Biblical Christianity is the only restaurant opened at this end of the road.
I like that.
It's the only restaurant left. All the others is shut down. Existentialism, humanism, they're all bankrupt. They've shuttered the doors. And what we have to do is tell people, He is there. And He is not silent. He has spoken in Scripture. He has spoken in His Son. And we have hope and life and truth and meaning and dignity. And we're willing for you to come in and eat without money, without price. Someone already paid the bill. And when you see people come in hungry and they find out there's food, it's a glorious experience. The last time I was here in Vegas, as a matter of fact, we had the meeting where a Muslim woman came. And she came to know the Messiah, came to know Jesus. And I like every opportunity to come. When I am in Vegas, I come in about 2 weeks or more a year.
Oh, that's great.
I have timeshare, and I come in to work on a new book, and nobody bothers me then. And any church is interested in having me get up, I can sing, I can dance, I can shuffle, we can have a great time.
This has been a fascinating two-part interview with Dr. Robert Morey. Dr. Morey is a wonderful guest. I've asked him already if he'll come back next time he's here in Las Vegas, and he has agreed to do so. Please go to his website, which is faithdefenders.com, and look at his books, listen to his interviews, pick up a couple of his DVDs, and I think you'll be the much better for it. So please stick around and watch Keen 17 TV. We've got more terrific Christian programming for you. And please walk with Him.